A guy who's good with their hands or a handyman, go to Home Depot.
So where are those single 30 to 40-year-old men at?
Only my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Where do you go to meet men? And she's over 45. Where do you go to meet men? Home Depot.
The husband hunting game is about to begin once again.
What I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm like too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me.
I heard all the men were at Home Depot. Get ready with me to go to Home Depot.
We're going to do another Trying to Find a Man in the Wild series. Time to go look lost in Home Depot, so that's what we're about to do.
Are they really looking for a husband or a sponsor?
So if you're on my Facebook, then you saw a post that I put last weekend about Home Depot gonna be my new hangout because there are cute guys at Home Depot. And not only are they cute, but they're handy. Or they're not handy, but they care enough about their home that they're buying stuff to have someone do it. Either way, it's a win-win. But last weekend I was looking rough as hell because I had been working around the house. So I would stop, run to Home Depot, get what I needed, go back. Today, not happening. I mean, I do have on last night's makeup and I do have on gym clothes and I didn't brush my hair. But maybe I can find a boyfriend. I'm so excited. Stay tuned.
Well, this woman failed badly at trying to find a man at Home Depot. This was her update.
Okay, so apparently Fridays are not the day to hang out at Home Depot because there was no one in there that even made me raise an eyebrow. However, I am not a quitter, so I'll be back tomorrow.
The way I think about it is either I'm ugly, which is why guys don't talk to me, or I'm like too attractive that they're intimidated, which is why they don't talk to me. And I don't think I'm ugly, so I'm going to go with option number 2.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!
Again, men are not intimidated, so it must be option number 1.
Being a good woman has literally gotten me nowhere, but I don't have it in me to go be in the streets. So if you need me, I'll be at work or sleeping or at the gym. If you like me and you think you want to date me, please leave me alone. I don't feel like crying anymore. It is hot as heck in Arizona right now. And so I have decided to go to Home Depot to buy some little bits of cedar wood to keep in my car, put on my balcony, and to pretend that outside is a sauna. So naturally, we're going to do another Trying to Find a Man in the Wild series because everyone on social media says time to go look lost in Home Depot. So that's what we're about to do. I love the smell of wood. There is like nobody here though. I have found some cedar wood. They only have picket fence cedar wood, and it doesn't smell as strong as I want it to. There were some very nice men at Home Depot, but they were not the types of guys that I would necessarily be interested in dating. Some because they were too young, and others because they were missing teeth. But I did get a lot of plants. But the summary, if you were trying to find a man in the wild, I would not come to Home Depot.
So where are those single 30 to 40-year-old men at?
A lot of them are just doing their own thing. They go to work, they go home, they enjoy their hobbies. Some might be online dating, but for the most part, many of them have given up on dating, unfortunately. The risks just outweigh the benefits at this point. They don't feel appreciated for their efforts. They feel like everything they do is bare minimum. They're tired of all the unreasonable expectations.
Not only are those expectations unreasonable, they're also unrealistic. And single men now just find it easier to be alone. I heard it's a lot peaceful.
A guy who's good with their hands or a handyman, go to Home Depot because the amount of guys who are going to come up to you and ask if you need help or just like strike up a conversation is a good amount. Because I went in knowing exactly what I needed. Like I knew what I needed to do, get it going in there. But the amount of guys who come up to you and say like, hey, you need something? Or like they just strike up a conversation about something, like is a lot. So you can go in, be clueless, or you can kind of know what you want and then they can, help you and then you can start a conversation that way. But like I'm not even like that cute. Like I'm not even like wow, And like I was wearing what I normally wear. Like it was just a regular outfit. So Yeah, go in there and find the love of your life or something. Maybe they're just being nice, but it was a lot, and it doesn't hurt to, you know, try to find your soulmate, so, or your situationship.
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
What do you mean finally? What do you mean finally? You should be the one to approach men. Like, there's nothing wrong with you approaching men, especially if they don't have a ring on, you know? Like, you open up the door to conversation with the guys that you find cute. I'm not asking you to pursue them. I'm asking you to approach them. Approach them, open the door to conversation, and see what happens, girl, because it's the ones that are, like, not your people who are going to hit on you.
This is great advice for women, but most of them won't take it. They would rather the man approach than to make the first move. Women think because they're approaching a guy, it means they're chasing the guy. It's one of the many things that's keeping them single.
So Home Depot really wasn't bad at all. There were a lot more men there than at the coffee house. Thank you for that tip, by the way. I did not meet anybody, but I did have a conversation, so that's an improvement. The icebreaker for that conversation, you know, for data's sake, when you're super short, ask for something on the top shelf. That helped me get a conversation going. You know, nothing serious, but I did not leave empty-handed. I scored this, wicked cool bag of doll heads.
I guess that is a man's weakness, helping an helpless woman. But be careful out here, fellas. Looking for a man and a husband is two different things. Some of these women just go to Home Depot and wish someone would hit on them out of desperation.
I must be pretty weak-willed because all it took was falling in love with a man, and now I'm like, not really. I mean, I'm a feminist, but like, kind of. I don't really need my maiden name. I don't really need it. I like your last name better anyway. Like, I'll just take that. I know he can do his own laundry. I know that he can clean the house, but I want to do it for him. I want to cook all his meals. I want to make sure he's getting all his whole grains, all his vegetables. I want to make sure he's getting all that protein. He has not asked any of this of me. It just kind of naturally kicks in. Like, these instincts just kind of come out of like, oh, now I have to take care of you when you're sick. Oops, I made you breakfast and it fits all of your dietary requirements. My bad. I think I got possessed by a housewife. Is that what happens?
This is why it's important that women learn that it's okay to pursue men also. I pursued my husband, and at first he was a little bit terrified, but eventually he came around.
Okay, so serious question. If we're not going on dating apps for dates, where are we meeting men? And where are we meeting men in which we'd actually want to go on a date with? Where are all of the good guys? Can someone enlighten me? Because whatever I'm doing isn't working.
The good guys are already taken. While you were partying, going on trips, being a sausage warrior, they were out here wifing up the women who wanted to get married. If you wasn't too busy partying, you would have seen the good guys. But then again, good guys never win. Nobody wants the good guy until he's the only option left. Don't be an option, fellas.
Really pretty. Obviously, you know that. Do you feel like that makes it easier or harder for you to date?
Honestly, like, I haven't been in a relationship in a few years. I actually hate when people approach me if it's for a strictly attractive thing. If you're gonna try and date me because I'm attractive, it really means nothing to me. I haven't actually been in a serious relationship in like 4 years because of that reason.
Do you have any insecurities, and how does that impact how you go about dating?
My biggest one is that I'm tall. I'm like 5'10". I have a much smaller pool of men. If someone does approach me and they are shorter than me, it makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like being bigger than the guy I'm with, so yeah.
To put it simply, she wants to keep sleeping around. This woman hasn't been in a serious relationship in 4 years. What do you think she's been doing this whole time? She hates when men approach her because they find her attractive. What exactly are they supposed to approach you for?
Hey, sorry, quick question. Are you looking for a wife? What? Are you looking for a wife?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, just like a wife? Like, get married?
Yeah, like
today?
Eventually.
Oh.
What?
Not today?
Huh?
Oh, what about tomorrow?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Fellas, when you approach a girl, remember this.
Don't care.
I have said it once and I'll say it again. If you do not want your husband or your boyfriend to cheat, it's very simple what you need to do. Here are the 5 things, guys. Initiate intimacy. Don't make your man beg. Okay? I mean, every day. Number 2, make sure there is a home-cooked meal on the table. If you guys don't live together, that's fine. You could bring him over some food to his house. Number 3, clean. Clean the house. Pop over to his house, surprise him, clean his house. Number 4, do his laundry. It is such a easy thing to do and could go a long way. Number 5, when he gets home, give him some peace and quiet. The last thing he wants is a chick that is nagging at him, complaining, asking him to do things that you know he's not going to want to do. So give him some peace and quiet. It's very simple, ladies. If you want to keep your man happy, do those 5 things. Problem solved.
Now you're probably thinking after these women heard this message, they would finally understand. But nope, think again. Stop, absolutely not. We don't need to mother these men. Don't make excuses for them. Then this woman commented, so he needs to do these 5 things so I don't cheat also. This woman obviously just commented to respond, not to understand. Now, because of that, someone else replied, do these 5 things and he will give his life for your total happiness. It's not the task, it's the love with which they are offered. It doesn't matter what you tell them, it will never make sense.
Ladies, if you want to meet successful single men, you should be going to high-end restaurant or hotel bars. Put on a cute outfit, bring a girlfriend or 2, plant yourself at the bar, make small talk with the bartender. Why? Because a lot of men who are on business trips or after hours at work or just with buddies will hang out at these places, and it's a lot easier to approach you if you're at the bar versus if you're at a secluded table. So try it out.
Most of these men who are at high-end restaurants are most likely gonna be married. This is bad advice.
What's up, my guys? Most girls won't admit this, but for your sake, I will. I hate nice guys, so let me help you out. Here are 3 nice guy traits to avoid. Stop sending exclamation points and emojis. Who am I texting? My best girlfriend? You're texting like this because you think it'll make you more relatable. I want a man. You can make me feel comfortable without giving me feminine vibes. Stop putting my needs before yours. Why do you think Chad is getting my attention? Do you think it's because I get what I want every single time I ask him for it? Do you think it's because every time I get upset, he apologizes or buys me something to make me feel better? Do you think it's because he stays home from the gym or his boys' night when I tell him I don't want him to leave? No. Compliments. Without meaning, that is. Calling a girl beautiful only goes so far. We know when you're saying it, it's just because you think you have to. You make it lose its meaning. Whether it's your opening line on Hinge or a text you send me after meeting. This one does you no favors, Steve. It's just a slimy way to put me in a position where I can't respond negatively without being called an ungrateful bitch.
The game goes like this. If you treat her right, she will leave you. But if you treat her like an option, she will stay. Pick your side. It's always these types of women running back to the nice guy at the end. Do not be a second option.
I heard all the men were at Home Depot. Get ready with me to go to Home Depot.
Stop! Women's rights. But we can't define what a woman is. But also men can be women. And no uterus, no opinion. But also men can get pregnant. Men are oppressing us. But also, it's okay if biological men take over our spaces and our sports. Women are so over-sexualized in this culture, but it's empowering if women are the ones sexualizing themselves. Are you guys quite done yet? Like, are you okay?
So apparently there's a male loneliness epidemic right now.
Aww.
Why is that funny?
Is this the consequences of your own actions?
Oh, I see. This is apparently another one blaming men for everything.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're addressing men's issues, so this is a serious matter.
Should it not be? Or does one just consider men's issues to be irrelevant?
There's a therapy app for that. There's a therapy app for that. Cats are an option.
Speaks the voice of experience.
I can confirm having a cat helps. It helps. So, you might want to grow old with your cats or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I said.
Have you tried just, picking better women?
Well, I guess we all know who's disqualified from that pool of choices.
Maybe if you just didn't let yourselves go. You gotta stay tight. This ad said that you could save 15% or more on your loneliness by being fucking nice.
Guess someone's not getting that discount.
Have you tried life with a side of respect?
The irony's just beautiful here, isn't it?
And finally, here's the real shocker. Okay, are you okay? Have you tried looking at women as actual human beings and equal? Just a thought.
That is a good thought. Now try applying that to men as well.
Apparently, this woman deleted her whole account after posting this video. She can dish out the heat, but can't take it.
A lot of men don't even want to take the time to get to know a beautiful woman. They won't even approach her because they think that she's going to be a stuck-up biatch, Too many women out here have used men as a meal ticket and using men for their money and their status. And those same women also want to be treated like queens. And a man will call her beautiful, and she'll be like, that entitled feminist attitude of, yeah, well, of course I am. It's disgusting. And those types of women don't deserve to be treated like queens. They deserve to be treated like peasants because they're out there just using people. There's men out here that are just using women to get what they want, and then they discard them. They go on social media, they go on dating websites, and they just use them like they're toys.
The using goes both ways, and somebody had to start it. And it wasn't Adam.
Real question. Where do you go to meet men? And she's over 45. Where do you go to meet men?
Home Depot.
I told you guys.
Got a business or they got a house?
I told you guys in one of my videos, go to Lowe's to find men. She tells you. No, I'm not lying. That's true. That's okay.
That I'm done. I'm done with situationships with guys who are just using me because, they want to sleep with me or they just, want to hook up with me or just something like that. I'm just very, very done. I'm done. I'm a exhausted guy.
It hurts when men use manipulation to try to get you to trust them, to let your guard down, to get what they want from you.
These people are masters at lying, switching it around, minimizing it.
You've got to let go of the idea that you were stupid for falling for them.
My ex-boyfriend was a raging narcissist, and I'm going to tell you some stories.
Missing your narcissistic ex or wanting to go back to them.
When you forgive a narcissist in a relationship, right? They're going to disrespect you. They're going to lie to you. They're going to manipulate you. They're going to cheat you.
There's a reason why your narcissistic ex claims that you're the one who's a narcissist. It just spirals me into a rabbit hole, and it takes me to a dark place.
And it's gonna drop you into this rabbit hole of never finding peace.
We haven't even ordered our coffee yet. This guy goes, "You're chubbier in person," and goes like this at my belly.
Now, I can tell you where the single men are, but I can't tell you how to flirt with them. I'm very shy, so I'm not good in that department. But if you're new to Dallas, or you're not new to Dallas, and you're just looking somewhere to find cute boys, let me tell you where they're at. Stan's Blue Note on a Friday night. I don't know why you have to go on a Friday night, but it's on a Friday night. They're just not there on Saturdays. Stan's Blue Note, it's kind of this dive bar, but it's so much fun. The guys are so social and cute and nice and normal. And it's just a really social vibe. You go to other bars and it might be kind of hard to meet people, but at Stan's, the vibe is everyone's very social. My best friend's parents met at Stan's, and she is here because of that bar. So, it can work. But it's really fun. I'm taking my friends there tomorrow night. They're coming in town, and I'm just excited to show them because the place is kind of a hoot. But if you want to find cute single men, Stan's Blue Note is the place to go. You can thank me later, and maybe you'll meet your potential husband. But if you do, let me know because it hasn't worked out for me yet.
It's honestly sad, to be honest. Having all these women running around trying to get a husband, that's something they could have been focusing on when they were younger. I wonder what happened. The wall getting closer. Chads don't want them, and nice guys are their only options.
I see this man and I'm like, choo. Like, my friends know that I will leave them to go talk to a man that's my type, that I find attractive. I'll just leave. People will be like, where's Candy? Ask them. Oh, there she is. She spotted her prey and went right up to him and had a conversation, because for some reason when I'm out, no problem. I'm gonna go for it, because fuck it, why not?
I think if more women had this mindset of approaching men, most of them wouldn't be screaming, "Why can't I find a man?"
Okay, so a lot of you have asked why I don't text guys first, why I don't chase men, and I have two simple answers. The first is that it's 100% desperate. And for the record, I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot your shot. I'm saying you shouldn't chase a man and have to convince him of your worth or remind him of your existence. Because when you chase something, it comes from a place of lack. I don't have them, I need them. And if you're confident, you are good with or without this person. And the second reason I'll never chase a man is because if a man really wants to be with you, he's not going to give you a reason to chase. And if he doesn't, he's either insecure, a fuckboy, or a beta male.
Is it the same thing if he chases you? Does it also come from a place of lack? Is he also not confident? I said it, and I will say it again. If you not chasing me and I'm not chasing you, we should not be together.
This is where the hot men are going out to drink in San Francisco. Let me specify, basic straight men. After work in the Fi-Di, they're going to Sense Restaurant, the Treasury, and Rick House. Then on game day, of course, they're going to Bus Stop, the Boardroom, and San Francisco Athletic Club. I will continue to say this, hot people like house music. And I think rinsed events attract the hottest guys. Before a Giants game, they're getting Bloody Marys at Momo's. Guys go to breweries the way that girls go to wine bars. So check out Black Hammer, the new Ballast Point location, Southern Pacific Brewing, and Finnegan's Wake. And as for your classic bar, of course we have Peacekeeper, El Techo for a good rooftop, and Maggie's for a classic dive bar.
Actions versus words with men. Public service announcement. Men do not listen to words. They listen to actions. Men do not pick up on the words we say. For some reason, it goes straight through them. But the actions we proceed, if we carry on longer to replying to them, they catch on. If we don't do what they ask us to do, they catch on. And those things make them want us more. And it goes back to the theory of you need to make them chase you. So if you want a man to do something, you have to put actions to the words you say. And that could be done in so many different ways. Don't make dinner one night. And when they say, well, why didn't you make dinner? Say, well, I was expecting you to do this today and you didn't, so I didn't do this. And that'll make them listen.
A prime example of bad advice. I don't see how this can be healthy for any relationship. This is not even about getting a man to listen. It's about getting that man to chase her. If you have an issue with your partner, you have a conversation about it. All these little tricks will only cause more problems. Toxic women drag other women down to join them in their misery.
5 ways you can keep your man and keep your man happy. Follow these 5 things if you want to be a good wife or girlfriend to your partner. This ensures your man is happy and it'll help prevent your man from cheating. Number 1, always have food ready on the table. Okay? Food really is the way to a man's heart. Okay? He's not going to be going to a drive-thru or a restaurant where he can talk to a cute girl behind the register or have a girl serve him. No, that should be your duty. And connect food with happiness. So always remember to make sure he's fed. 2, show affection. Take initiative. Hug him, kiss him. Show him every day how happy he really makes you. They're big on affection. They want to feel special just like we do. If you're not doing this, he's going to be looking for it elsewhere. He shouldn't have to beg for affection or beg to have his needs met as a man. 3, clean for him, clean the house, do his laundry. Always make sure his clothes are cleaned. And don't get annoyed with him because he needs help to do his laundry. It's easy for you but hard for him. Why don't you just help him out? Make sure the house is tidy as well. A man is more likely to want to come home to you or stay home if the house is tidy and clean. He'll appreciate this. And not only that, why would he ever leave a good woman who takes care of him? 4, do not bicker or complain to him. Men do not have a taste for dramas, so leave that for your girlfriends. He wants to relax when he gets home, so if you're always complaining or bickering at him to do something, he's not going to feel like the man of the house. Guess what? He'll be looking outside of your house to feel like the man. Number 5, be his peace. You should be the one that where he gets home, you melt his stress away. Simply understand his needs and provide him with such. If he needs to relax or unwind, let him. This ensures he won't be wandering off looking for other girls to be his peace. Be his peace, and that will make him happy. Always make sure he's never hungry. Show him affection. Keep the house tidy. Make sure his needs are met. And be his peace. It's that simple. And you'll be able to keep your man happy.
Modern women think being a wife is like being a servant to the man. They don't think of it as being married and catering to each other. I doubt any of these tips will be of use to them, but that's okay. That's why we have so many men in the West traveling to find the woman that's meant for them overseas. The options there are a lot better anyway.
In Home Depot. Wait. In Home Depot trying to find a man. It's like, I need help. What is that for? What do I use that for? You need help, Lil Ma? You need help?
Lil Ma.
A strong man's gonna come help us today. A real man.
You need help.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the fuck I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door. You open up the door. You pull out the char if it's a char, and you cut my fucking steak if it's a steak.
Hold up.
I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some fucking home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. The fuck? They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this ass? Do the work. Do the work. We going on multiple dates. You want some ass from me? We going on multiple dates. We putting in effort. Bitch, we doing what we gotta do to get some ass. Fuck home.
First of all, why are you talking like that? Secondly, I don't think a man has any issues with pulling your chair for you, but cutting your steak too.
You've got to be joking.
What's wrong with your hands?
I heard that the best place to meet a man was Home Depot. Let's see. I've got to buy paint because I had to paint my apartment back before I moved. There's a lot of Hispanic men here. I'm a hit Hispanic man. Everyone is here with their wives or girlfriends. Not the best day. And I'm not a homewrecker. Got my supplies and I'm out. We'll try again on moving day. Okay, I lied. As soon as I came back outside, there they were, the older black men. I did not entertain them because they're older. But I was like, okay.
Top creators on OnlyFans can make anywhere from $100,000 to $5 million per year. That's $8,333 to $416,666 per month. Now, assuming the average subscription price is around $5 a month, that means there's 1,666 to 83,333 virgins paying to see someone naked. Now, here are the top questions I have for these people. Who the f are you people? Are you aware that porn exists? Do you know you can see most of this shit online for free? Do you know how the male mind works and that the second you see her naked, she instantly becomes 64% less attractive now that she has nothing left to offer you? And is a 6-month option worth it? Because I know I don't need 6 months, but with this option, I'd basically be saving an entire month free.
This is a level you definitely don't want to drop to. Paying for that kind of stuff just makes you less of a man. You have goals and dreams to achieve. Do not throw your life away on these so-called OF models.
I hear it's a hot spot. I never met anybody there, but I heard it's a hot spot. Any lesbians want to chime in?
It should come as literally no surprise to anybody on this planet that women are not wanting to have children anymore, considering the fact that the main reason for divorces nowadays is lack of commitment, and women are usually the ones who initiate divorces, right? Men will sit there and try to say that, oh, women are always the one who leave relationships. You guys are the one divorcing us. You gotta be so for real right now. How many times did your wife tell you, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, stop doing this, stop cheating on me, take care of our kids, help me with the groceries, help me with cleaning the house. And then you expect her to not only take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of you, but then go and work 9 to 5 and go 50-50 with you? Are you out of your freaking mind? No kidding, women don't want to have children anymore. No kidding, women are divorcing men because why would I want to deal with the stress of you doing F shit behind my back? Me taking care of these kids that I birthed, literally ruined my body for you, that you don't even take care of. Why would I want to do that when I can just go be alone, stress-free? No kidding. No kidding. But men will always sit here and try to blame the demise of society on us when they're literally the ones that built society.
So she's ranting on about the man she chose. The man she chose to have kids with, knowing he was no good. And of course, she blames men. Where's the accountability here? She also fails to mention how she was spreading her legs and got impregnated.
Do y'all even want to be husbands anymore? Or did you decide against it?
Let me try and explain what's happening. They're being friend-zoned, and they're seeing their buddies lose everything in divorce, including their kids. They don't feel like we want them anymore because we're too busy entertaining the F-boys and the douchebags. Because we've been told that exciting sex is what makes a relationship great. And our throwaway culture makes us run away from conflict. So yeah, they're giving up too.
Men are realizing that we really have nothing to gain by marriage and everything to lose. Never enter a contract where the other party is rewarded with cash and prizes for breaking it. It's so much risk for the guy. Why would I risk 50% and my kids when she can take them any time for no reason at all? Women are teaching us how to live without them. And at some point we realize that we are fine with that. Good and nice guys are a backup for these women once they've been ran through. They would never choose a good guy who treat them well and proper over a douchebag like she mentioned. Be careful out there.
Like a prenup?
Yeah. Does that topic come up or no?
It hasn't came up, but
he's probably not going to do that.
I mean, I feel like wow, I didn't know we were going to be talking about prenups.
No, I was just curious.
I feel like every relationship does need a prenup for both parties. Like, it's just a sense of security. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to like prepare for divorce, but it's still like helpful.
This is what y'all don't understand. Here we go with numbers. Do you know more than half of America is going 50-50? 70% of people in households are going 50, including white people.
And that's great for them. I'm not. They can do what they want, will or won't.
You're doing 100 by yourself now.
I don't give a fuck. I'm by myself.
This is delusion. This is why we still get paid to do this dumbass shows
By
like this.
myself.
Because we have pretty delusional women that will rather pay 100% by herself than go 50-50 with a nigga.
Some of these women don't really think before they speak. What is the issue with a man going 50-50 with his woman? He's taking on half of burden off of her shoulder. They really come in these relationships and expect the man to provide 100% while they bring nothing. By the way, you are only supposed to take care of the woman you choose to marry, not the one you're dating. But you only provide her with that privilege if she brings value to your life, not headaches.
Is women want to be able to have casual without being traumatized every time. There is such thing as like treating somebody like a woman and having a basic amount of respect with some type of empathy and compassion for them and curiosity doesn't mean that you want to marry them, you know? And I feel like this is lost. This is lost to so many guys.
And then he's like, okay, well, just so you know, some like people's girlfriends are coming over. And I was like, cool. Not expecting it to be his girlfriend or a date he invited.
I just drove like an hour out of my way to come hang out with this guy at his house. And I noticed that my message wasn't delivering. I tried to give him a call and his phone goes straight to voicemail. So I'm like, okay. So I walk up to the door. I ring the doorbell. Bunch of dogs barking. Nobody answers.
Tinder date, right? We meet outside. Meet together. He looks at me up and down and goes, this isn't going to work.
So we get there and we meet in the parking lot. So he got a full view of me. He gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back, throws down a $10 bill and walks out.
Is the bar that
Hello. That you want me to drive to you and buy you food?
He finally let me in his phone, and I'm seeing all these texts come through from random numbers like Mercedes-Benz dealerships and stuff, but they were flirty messages from girls because I could see the preview. I clicked to open the conversation. There was like pictures of girls in their conversation. I was just in shock.
So he was like, I don't even know a Cynthia. I'm like, are you sure about that? He was like, nope, don't know a Cynthia. Okay, if you don't know a Cynthia, who is this?
Asking to give him a ride to the airport. I found out he was flying to Ohio to meet another girl.
She was like, he's been at my house like every other night. So after he saw me, he would go see her. They were on a date in that Insta picture. That day, he also told her he broke up with me, which wasn't true.
Which is probably just from going home with men who don't even like me that much. That's not in correlation to the bruises. That's just me being bitter.
This is so funny and sad at the same time. These women keep falling for the same types of guys. In the back of their mind, they know there's a man out there who would treat them better. They call him the nice guy. But because he's a nice guy, they don't like him. It's only when these women reach the age of 30 or 40, they all start searching for the nice guy. They only look at the nice guy as a savior in their last days when they need a hero.
It is very, very common to dream about an ex, to think about an ex.
Even if they're in a happy relationship?
Yes.
Hold up. Whoa.
If you're offended that your partner still thinks about other past lovers or potential lovers, it's going to be a long life. Relationships are a choice. I fundamentally believe that. And the idea that you're not going to be attracted to other people because you have one spouse or one mate is highly unrealistic.
Nope. If they are doing that, I'll be the next ex they are dreaming of. And clearly missing, as this is some zero accountability female logic rationale. Now I understand why body count matters. Bullshit. If you're still thinking, missing, or dreaming about your ex, then I suggest you go be with them. This seems to be the truth. However, if my lady admitted to me this truth, I would respectfully remove myself from that relationship. I have too much respect for myself.
Well, guys, 33. It's time I stop playing around, settle down, and find me a husband. So what better place to go than Home Depot?
Yes. Do you guys have any custom material here? But really, I'm actually very advice for more. Because I need to. Alright, no husbands here.
Hello. Yeah. This thing's huge. I don't even really know, like, fit. Might. I think it will. I saw. I want to put it in here. So much heavier. Okay. My goal is to like shimmy, shimmy, shimmy somewhere else.
So this woman has hit the wall and decided at the age of 33 to look for a husband. What happened when you were in your 20s? Why didn't you look for a husband then?
What I realized from my toxic relationship is never trust a man that claims to love you but keeps you hidden, doesn't post you on social media, or doesn't take you out. That just meant in his mind that I was good for private and not for public. It wasn't until a year later I got fed up with his shit and I realized that I was priceless and not worthless. Remember your worth, ladies.
Or, just hear me out. He's just a private guy. What do you gain by being posted on social media? If he's out with you in public, what are you worried about being posted on social media for? The question is, why do you want to be seen? Whose attention are you seeking?
The older I get, the more I realize why older men date women that are significantly younger than them, and only because the women their age would never, ever even glance at them twice. Because now there are men my age that try to approach me and I have to actively withhold the urge to spit on them. But younger me would have just died over them. And it was for stupid reasons like, oh my God, he's so cool and mature. He has his own apartment. He should. He's 30. I just thought that was such a sign of maturity and being like a real grown up. But Those men were creme de la piss, okay? Like cream of the turds. It's very unimpressive, but I thought that them having like, you know, good jobs was a sign of them being real adults, and they were just little immature baby boys. But yeah, those men are almost always losers. Still think it's gross, but now I see the logic.
Every one of these birds has an issue with a man dating younger women for some reason. The women their age time has passed. That's why they don't pursue them. They're no longer desirable to them. A lot of women were saying the same thing in the comments, saying that men go after younger women to control or manipulate them. They're the same women who were dating older guys when they were younger. The hypocrisy.
If this isn't proof that it's totally okay not to be married by 30 and to live life on a completely different timeline, I'm in the Sahara Desert with 18 incredible women about to go ride camels in the sunset. Woo!